Destroy everything, for that is the sole mission of our existence, which was said by Antares, the strongest monarch in solo leveling. Antares is the king of dragons and the destruction monarch. He was probably one of the strongest in solo leveling. He had a very huge disdain towards human. He killed millions and millions of people in Canada and really didn't give a fuck about it. And he had some sense of cruel honor where he was offering a side to Sung Jin-woo because he knew that Sung Jin-woo was a really strong monarch. So he wanted to give a side on his team. The history of Antares, we saw him in the ruler war like all the other monarchs, and he was the one that put the order to go ahead and execute Ashbourne because everybody saw that Ashbourne was a really strong monarch, and he didn't really like that. So he wanted the Balron, the Demon King, and the Beast Monarch to go ahead and kill Ashbourne, but we all know how that ended up. They both got brutally murdered and didn't achieve anything in the meantime. So once the rulers won the war, the monarchs went into hiding, and Antares did the same thing. Antares, it took a lot longer for him to come back to Earth just because he was one of the most powerful monarchs, so it was harder for him to find a vessel. He later found out that through Yoga months that Sung Jin-woo was the Shadow Monarch, or the Shadow Monarch vessel, and he noticed that he wasn't on the monarch's side. So he was not very happy about this and started to muster his armies to launch a raid on Earth just in order to draw Sung Jin-woo out. So when this happened, he first appeared in Canada, and he killed millions and millions of people in Canada with his army of dragons. He basically wiped Canada off the map, and that forced Sung Jin-woo to come out of hiding and to go ahead and fight him. So what happened is that Sung Jin-woo basically teleported him and Antares to a remote island because he knew their battle was going to destroy a lot of the places or a lot of the battlefield. So he kind of just teleported them out of there, and they got it cracking. Even though Sung Jin-woo couldn't really place a scratch on him because Antares was the strongest monarch and he was really outmatched in strength, Sung Jin-woo went ahead and got the strategy that even though I can't really put a scratch onto him, our attacks are so strong and powerful that it's creating a rift in Earth. So that rift allowed the rulers, all of the rulers' minions, all of the rulers to come out of the sky and basically put an end to Antares because he couldn't handle all of them at once. So some of the powers that Antares had. He had superhuman strength, as I was saying throughout the video. He was probably he was the strongest monarch. No one even came close, only Ashbourne, but it wasn't even like a fragment of his power. And he was also invulnerable. Antares was almost near invincible. Nobody could put any physical trauma to him just because of his dragon skills. And then he also had Dragon's Fear, the skill that Sung Jin-woo had that rendered anybody weaker than him, Frozen in Fear, Flame Breath, that basically negated all of Sung Jin-woo's attacks and could incinerate S-rank hunters in a blink of an eye. And then the last one is that he was able to telepathically communicate to all of the monarchs in Earth. That's basically it for Antares. Antares was the king of dragons and a destruction monarch. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any more information, or do you think that Antares isn't the strongest monarch? Let me know in the comments. I want to see what you guys think about it. And leave a like if you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.